College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dig. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Maryland's offense has the ball first today. To throw, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on 3rd. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Fires on the move. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Hawkeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy. He is priority number 1.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Find out, flank them on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Terrapins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So first down here as they go back to work. Smith takes the handoff. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. On a little time, lets it go. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Washington. Right down the middle. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll do it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Quick completion on the out route. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll run it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. How about that block lacking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive went.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Here's a heat. Complete out of the backfield. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Across the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to run it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Maryland!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on! They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Hawkins.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Oh, he missed it. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Washington. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there. College Park. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He lofts one down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give is to Smith. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. On the move at the 30. It's a seam wide, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Huge play. It's so nice.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's the 2-point conversion attempt. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Wants to throw. It's Washington. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they...
There he goes, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And the beatdown has ensued.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Calls his own number. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Give on the inside. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 21 over Texas A&M. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He makes the grab. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another second.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. One more play to pad the stat. Pocket breaking down. He'll go down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put